What's up, everybody? How y'all doing? We are back with Final Fantasy VII Rebirth. Oh my god, man, my headset feels really weird on my head right now. Gotta have to readjust it. Went out, got a haircut. I always gotta readjust my headset after that.
I met Sephiroth as he was heading for Shinra Manor, and he acted like I wasn't even there. Busy, I suppose.
You also meet Walter Brimley. Did anybody get that joke? Just me?
He's holed up inside the mansion.
Something's been off ever since he came back from the reactor.
Too much exposure to Mako?
Then we ought to bring him some medicine.
I mean, can they get that overexposure? I mean, they're soldiers, so I mean, you'd think because they have because their body is infused with Mako, it wouldn't affect them like everyone else.
Shinra Manor was the biggest building in town, and older than the reactor. The company used to conduct research there, back when they were still a small manufacturer. Even so, the rent on that plot was basically what kept the village afloat.
Well, here we are. What now?
I mean, the whole place is pitch black. You think he's sleeping or something?
What if he's
But yeah, went out, got a haircut, came home, took a short nap. It was a good nap. Now I'm here doing this. So essentially what I'm saying, yeah, that's why this video is a little later than I excuse me. Going up a little later today than I wanted it to. And to my viewers over on BitChute, I am sorry it was not up on the 29th. I think this one will be by BitChute time. Will be up by the 1st. Oh yeah, I never said Happy Leap Day to everyone, by the way. Happy Leap Day. Ooh, button. I'm a simple guy. I see a button, I push button. It's kind of why I want to get rid of one of my keyboards.
Never knew it had a basement.
Because it doesn't have a nice sound when I type with it. I really like my Razer keyboard. That one's really nice. It's got a really nice tack 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 when I type with it. But I get yelled at by people. I get told I type too loudly. I was sitting in one of my classes today, just working on an assignment. I had to write a couple paragraphs on what was it? It's a cybersecurity thing. Impossible travel. So you know, I'm sitting there. I'm just typing.
Excavated from a
Jesus Christ, AJ, you're gonna break that fucking thing.
Life form in stasis. Professor Gast named this life form Genova. MEGL 77-1977. Genova. Verified as an ancient. MEGL 9/13/1977. Genova project approved. So, they named the life form Genova. And once they understood what she was, they grew ambitious.
Hey, Sephiroth. What you got there?
Leave me be.
Ooh, I want one of these.
And that was it. He stayed holed up in the basement. Reading, like a man possessed.
Well, whatever the hell I'm talking about.
A locked reactor door. The name of Sephiroth's mother. And ancients.
It's like a $200-some
grew it.
mechanical keyboard with metal caps on it.
Brain's not gonna get me anywhere. May as well just ask the guy.
I've seen people talk about them, and I was like, well, how much it cost? About $250. Ugh, I'd love it, because I mean, those things sound so fucking cool.
Ah, Cloud. I've come across the most fascinating passage. The specimen found in strata dating back 2,000 years smiled with what could only be described as ethereal grace. Though the truth eluded me at first, I later determined that she was an ancient, or a steward of the planet, as they are referred to in legend. She needed a name, and so I dubbed her Jenova. The Jenova project was approved soon after. A bold initiative to resurrect the long-dead ancients. An initiative that resulted in my conception. Or rather, my creation. The crowning glory of Professor Gast's wondrous experiment.
He created you?
I should go. Mother is waiting.
Hey! Hey, hold on! I keep asking myself, why couldn't I have come to sooner? If I had, maybe I could have saved the village. Or tried, at least. What?
Damn it, Google distracted me. No, so when it was talking about the Jenova project, I believe that is covered in Crisis Core.
Get in there! The villagers need your help!
He's the voice of the Fleet Master in Monster Hunter World. I don't, sorry, that I was trying to place a role that guy had played. Like, I know that voice, and he's played so many roles, but I couldn't place one in the last video. But no, just right there, that was, he's the Fleet Master for Monster Hunter World. But no, I was looking up character names from Crisis Core, because I couldn't remember, from what I remember of Crisis Core's story, I remember playing it back on the PSP way back when and not having a fucking clue what was going on. But I believe we find out that Sephiroth, and I believe we'll find out later in this game too, but that Sephiroth is... I'm trying to remember, because there were two people who were tested on in the Sephiroth,
And he's still here.
or in the Jenova project.
Get your head
Actually,
straight.
maybe...
I need you to secure the...
Because there was one who was implanted with Jenova cells. I think that was Zack. There was one that was that had cells implanted in utero, and they were another character in Crisis Core. And then there was Sephiroth, who I want to say he was conceived by taking DNA from Genova and implanting that into a woman, which is what gave him birth. I think that's what it is. Next cutscene, I'll Google a little more and see if I'm correct on that, but that's the general idea of what the Genova project was. They were trying to recreate the ancients by taking Genova's cells and like I said, I believe they implanted a baby with them, like an already born baby. Then they implanted an already conceived baby that was still in the mother's womb with the cells, and then the third one, they used the cells and an unfertilized egg to then create a child. And I believe that one was Sephiroth. I believe it's all I don't know. I'd say it's kind of a connection to the Immaculate Conception of Jesus Christ. I would say, because you see Sephiroth with his black angel wing. There was the other character whose name I cannot remember, has a white angel wing, and then there's Zack with no wings. But I'm pretty sure Zack was also part of the Genova project. Have I been saying Geneva? Like Geneva conventions?
Please be okay. Sephiroth.
And I know somebody's going to say, AJ, come on, these are spoilers. I don't think so. Because you learn this stuff in Crisis Core. Although I guess you kind of learn the big twist of this game in Crisis Core. Whatever. I don't think this is the big twist. This is just kind of this is Sephiroth's,
Run away.
what's the term? Sephiroth's motivation.
Hey! Hey! Hang in there! You're gonna be okay! Don't worry. I got you. Come on, let's get you up.
I like how they have cowboy guns. Like this is kind of like an old west town. Jesus Christ, you have to make the adaptive triggers so fucking tough to pull here. Like, I love the adaptive trigger thing for certain things, but sometimes, like when I'm playing Rainbow Six, and I haven't played that in a long time, but, when I would play it, it'd be, okay, I gotta turn it off for my trigger, because I need to be able to fire, with quick reaction time. I'm not going to have time to deal with the adaptive trigger going, oh, well, see, it's like pulling the trigger of a gun. It's going to give you some resistance. You just cut off his feet. No, he didn't cut off his feet. Huh. Well, cut off his hat. So as far as I understand it, Sephiroth is really just having a big tantrum.
Wait for me. I'm coming.
Sephiroth!
I followed Sephiroth all the way back to the reactor.
Dad and I had gone there to hide. When Sephiroth showed up, Dad decided that he was going to confront him. Dad! It was Sephiroth, wasn't it? He did this, didn't he?
Like I said, this is really just kind of him having a big tantrum.
Shinra? I'm sick of this. I'm sick of all of this!
Well, I say tantrum, but there's a little bit more to it than that. Because you kind of got a little bit of it when he was, you know, taking it out on all those artificially created things in that room. You know, kind of like what I titled the last video. You know, he's wondering, is he a monster? Is he a person? Because, you know, he was created essentially using this DNA from Jenova that he calls Mother. So he sees himself as
I have come for you.
an ancient, and his goal is to essentially wipe out
Wait for me.
all human life.
You murdered my dad! You murdered
I believe that's his motivation. It's essentially it's kind of caused his whole knowledge of his being into question, and he's saying, fuck it, burn the whole thing down. Because the whole thing they're trying, it's also why they wanted Aerith, because she has the blood of the ancients naturally, unlike them who are created. They're trying, Shinra and all them are trying to use Jenova, I want to say, to find something called the Promised Land, and that is going to, I don't know, help them continue to rule the planet. I think that was the general idea of what their plan was.
You promised you'd save me. If I was ever trapped or in trouble.
Here I am, your son. Mother, together we will reclaim our
There we go.
and I know exactly how we can do that. The Promised Land.
Sephiroth!
That's his whole thing. Essentially, he's pissed at Shinra for creating him
They have come again.
to essentially use him as a soldier or as an experiment, and he's gonna kill them all.
Your planet. to be sad, Mother. Because I'm here for you. Now and forever.
And again, I will say it, I do not view what I'm talking about right now and all this as a spoiler, because a lot of this was like, even this scene was covered at the end of Crisis Core. And again,
You killed my mom. You killed Tifa.
there's a really cool twist that'll happen later in this game that I still do not want to ruin.
They were mine by right. This planet too, for I have been chosen.
I believed in you. No. Not you! Whoever the hell you are!
See, that sword always just, it looks longer to me in certain scenes. That could be perspective, but I really think that sometimes they just make it longer for the giggles. But yeah, either way, that's my whole thing. I'm really careful, trying not to mess with the whole the big twist. You know,
And that's the last thing I remember.
Sephiroth's backstory is not super important to that.
The hell it is? What happened?
It was all over the news. I remember watching it with my mom. They said he went missing during a training exercise. But then, the story changed. A couple days later, they started reporting that he was killed in action. Yeah, that was it.
The news outlets are nothing but Shinra mouthpieces spewing propaganda. Only dumbasses believe that shit.
Question. Does that make me a dumbass?
I love you, Aerith.
I didn't say that. What I meant was, screw Shinra for manipulating honest folks.
There you go. I mean, that is the proper way to look at it.
It doesn't matter what they said back then. Sephiroth was in Midgard. We fought him. Whatever happened.
I keep calling it Midgard.
To know about alive so much as around?
But why come back now? After 5 years, doing who knows what?
Because he wants to finish what he started. He wants to reclaim his birthright and rule over the planet with Jenova at his side.
After 5 years? Not to sound like a broken record, but it's really bothering me.
Well, what's bothering me is all this Jenova stuff.
Excuse me. Guess the travel or something really did a number on my back. Feels as stiff as a board.
It's poor acting there, Aerith.
Wow. You weren't kidding, were you? Let's get you back to the room.
Yeah, let's just call it a night. No amount of guesswork will get us any closer to the truth, so how about we give our heads a rest? Oh, no, you don't. That bed's mine.
Sweet dreams.
See you tomorrow. Hey, Aerith? You awake?
Barely. Why?
Was wondering, what's Cloud been doing these past 5 years? Where's he been?
And you're asking me this?
Just had a feeling you'd know.
Probably did at one point. All that stuff was taken from me, though. Or maybe erased?
By whispers?
Yeah.
Maybe that's why.
Why what?
This is gonna sound crazy, but as far as I know, Cloud was never in Nibelheim 5 years ago.
This feels very dirty because we can see their feet. And I'm playing video games for a bunch of people on the internet, and I know that's going to set some people off, and I'm very uncomfortable with that.
Cloud, you up?
Always gotta take the Buster Sword. Okay. We'll get back into it, but I want to do some reading here because I pulled up the wiki. Because I know it's annoying listening to me going through all these, like, what I half remember and stuff I half remember and mispronouncing names. So, the origins of the Jenova Project. Again, this is for people like me who want, like, a firm, okay, what the hell's going on with Sephiroth and what's the backstory. Again, I would say this is spoiler-free, but this is just kind of the run of it from the Final Fantasy Wiki. So, 30 years before Final Fantasy VII, Shinra located the frozen remains of an alien creature inside the North Crater. Professor Gast Feremis, hopefully that was correct, mistakenly identified the life form as a Cetra and named it Jenova. Cetra being the race that Aerith descends from. Seeking to monopolize Mako energy in their bid to dominate the planet, Shinra commissioned the Jenova Project with the intent of creating a new genus of Cetra who would lead Shinra to the Promised Land, said to be abundant in Mako. The project was divided into two branches to be directed by Gast's colleagues. I'm trying to read as fast as I can, and I am going to stumble over some words here. With Professor Hojo leading Project S and Dr. Hollander leading Project G. The groups competed to produce a superior specimen, with Project S producing Sephiroth, with Project G produced Angeal Hewley and I believe it's Genesis Repsodos. Again, names are not my strong suit here. Project S was deemed to be more successful, and Hojo became the leader of the science division of Shinra, while Hollander was disgraced, though remained an employee at the company. Gas left the project and the company after discovering that Jenova was a hostile extraterrestrial being, which nearly eradicated the Cetra race and almost destroyed the world thousands of years ago. Even in his abundance of research, using the data and results from Project S and their specimen, Sephiroth, the Jenova Project, enter the next phase, leading the development of soldier human male candidates who met the desired physical and mental qualities, were injected with Jenova cells and infused with Mako energy. This boosted their physical abilities to superhuman levels, but none came close to the power Sephiroth had. Okay, so yes, Zack was implanted with Jenova cells, but that's just part of being a soldier. Project G's research secretly continued beneath Midgard with Deep Ground, where increasingly extreme and inhuman testing methods were developed to produce a more varied and unstable creatures compared to Soldier, known as the Collared Zvites. In the Final Fantasy VII Remake, during a meeting with several of Shinra executives and the president, Hojo suggests using S and G-type soldiers candidates to have Aerith reproduce as to mitigate the results of the experimentation and to create more ancient offspring. Project G, so the other side of what Sephiroth was, these are characters from Crisis Core, which again are kind of important to the backstory of this. I think it makes this game's story really more interesting. Project G is code for Project Jillian, named for the main test subject Jillian Hewley, though the G is often mistaken for to stand for Project Genesis, as Genesis Raspados was the first result of the project to expose himself. Project G was ran by Hollander, who injected Jillian with Genova cells with the intent that those who received her cells in turn would receive Genova's traits. Genesis was created this way, and Jillian also passed Genova's abilities onto Angeal when she gave birth to him. The Crisis Core Complete Guide refers to the results born out of Project G as G-type soldiers, who include Angeal and Genesis, and also Hollander when he applies the same treatment to himself. G-type soldiers can create copies of themselves by implementing others with their cells, using Genova cells as a conduit to transfer the donor's abilities to the host. The host takes on the donor's appearance and gains some of their abilities. However, as the Genova cells are not fixed in the bodies, a G-type soldier will succumb to degradation symptoms as time passes. Though they seem normal humans, eventually the side effects of Project G begin to manifest. Genesis, who is merely injected with Jillian cells, slowly begin to degrade. Genesis can create Genesis copies, but is only seen doing so on humans. His copies degrade, yada yada yada. Angeal, who fully inherited Jillian's Genova cells as her son, never shows signs of degradation, and his abilities are stronger. He can produce angel copies, and both animals and humans, and the transfer of abilities between donor and host go both ways. Angeal can absorb copies he has created to take on their abilities, which he does to become Angeal Penitence, while his copies, yada yada yada. Okay, all that stuff was stuff from the end of Crisis Core, I do believe. Project S, codenamed for Project Sephiroth, was the second and more successful branch of the Genova project. It was carried out in Nibelheim, Shinra Manor. Compared to Project G, the methods of Project S were direct. Hojo injected Genova cells into a human fetus. Okay, so G implanted it into a woman, hoping that she would pass it down. Sephiroth's, they implanted it directly into the fetus. So that explains some shit. Injecting the human fetus, his own unborn child, within Lucrezia Crescent, a scientist also working at the mansion on her own project. Lucrezia gave birth to Sephiroth, and although Sephiroth didn't gain the abilities of an ancient as envisioned, he was deemed a superior subject to Genesis and Angeal, and research on Project S continued into the development of Soldier. Crisis Core, Final Fantasy VII Ultimania explains Sephiroth is a superior specimen due to the nature of his exposure to Genova cells, yada yada yada, the human DNA, more stuff about reunion theory, the legacy, and all that stuff. Okay, so I read about half that Wikipedia article. Hopefully that gave some people here a little background into what the hell was going on with Sephiroth, why he's so powerful, and what the fuck was going on with his little temper tantrum. Hopefully future AJ remembers to put a little time card in the description that allows you to skip over that. Like I said, I tried to get through that as fast as I could. I just wanted to get some of that cleared up in my own head, and for anybody out there who might be interested.
What's going on?
Oh, it's nothing, really. There's just something I need to ask you. So, can we talk?
Sure.
Great. But not here.
Bam, you just asked me a question. So is that all? Okay, so let's go 10 feet that way.
You know that I killed her. So, who is she? Or rather, what is she?
Oh, this place looks dope.
Do you think Midgar's over there? Anyway.
There's something I need to ask you too.
Shoot.
That night, 5 years ago, at the reactor, I saw you lying there. Saw your wound and all the blood. I figured it was too late.
Yeah? Wait, what are you implying? That I died? That I'm some kind of imposter? Can't believe I'm having this conversation with you, but here we are. Here, look. My scar. That
Whoa.
After you left, Zangan found me. He's the one
Show
who
us,
brought me
you
to the camp.
cowards.
He risked his life carrying me out of the reactor and down the river. Wasn't just him, though. There's the doctor who operated on me all night, and the nurses who looked after me for days on end. I'm here now because they were there for me then. And where were you again? In fact, where have you been this whole time? For 5 years.
You know I can't tell you that.
Of course you can't. Sorry, I just need some space.
But you wanted to talk to him. Also, Square Enix, what the hell? Show us Tifa's stomach, or don't show us at all. I'm a little upset.
I thought
Maybe they didn't want to
just
show
where
us
we
because we
left
might
off,
get,
like nothing
we
had
might have gotten
changed.
underboob.
But I guess I was wrong.
It's too lewd. For the, is this a rated M game now that I think about it?
I was so happy to see you again, but maybe I shouldn't have been.
I want to say it should be, but this might be an M. This might be a T. Huh.
You two fight.
No.
We have enough problems as it is. Copy?
Night.
Tomorrow is another day.
You know, you'd think it would be way easier to sleep on the other shoulder, you know, the one that doesn't have the metal guard with bolts on it. Thank you, game, for telling me that we're still at the same inn. Alright, let's see here. Just because I'm curious, what materia and everything do I have? I have my Buster Sword with my focus, or with my current skill set for Focus Thrust. Materia as Healing and Fire with the Assess. And the Chocobo and Moogle summoning materia. Okay. Deals wind damage with Chocobo and non-elemental damage with Moogle. Okie dokie. Barrett has got lightning and HP up materia. No summoning. Tifa has her chakra, I'm assuming. And ice materia. And Aerith has prayer and wind. And, oh, she's got a summoning too. She's got Shiva. Okay.
What's this?
A gift from our humble establishment. Though it may not look like much, it should help you to break the ice with those you meet.
Queen's blood?
Oh my god. There's a trading card game that I am going to play way too much, aren't I? Find other players to know with that icon around the world. Should you win, they often give you new cards to add to your collection. Defeating players will also give you an opportunity to fight other opponents in different towns. You can also build cards. Oh my god. Oh my god. It's Gwent. Oh my god. Oh my god. They put Gwent. They put Gwent in this game. Each player takes turn. Oh my god, no, this isn't Gwent. Well, I mean, clearly it's not Gwent. I'm making a bad joke. But wasn't Final Fantasy VIII? Wasn't there a trading card game in that based around the monsters and everything in the game? Each player takes turn placing cards on the board in one of the 3 lanes that span from left to right. First, try placing a card highlighted. Tiles up and okay. Once a card is placed, its power is added to that lane's total. New positions will be available, or will also be added to the board in which are tiles with emerald pawns upon which you can place cards. The yellow number in the total at the top right. Okay. Next, place a card so that one of the yellow tiles overlaps with one of your existing positions. Okay, I'm supposed to place it there. When one of your card's position tiles overlaps with another's, there are 2 pawns. Cards can only be placed. Okay, so like that riot trooper can only be placed on a spot with two pawns. Okay. When does a round in this game end? It's now rank 2. Try placing a rank 2 card on it. When one of your cards' position overlaps with one of the opponents, you claim that position is yours. Note, however, that claiming a position will not raise its rank. The music in this is fucking awesome. I mean, all of the music in this game has been amazing so far, but this is really good. You can keep track of who's winning in the lane by looking up the point totals on the side of the board. The number on the left represents your power. The ones on the right represents the opponent. Some cards have tiles with red borders. These tiles are affected by the card's ability places. Okay, so when both players pass is when the game ends. I'll take the last of the top. Start placing on the bottom. So I'm winning in the top lane and I'm losing in that lane, but raise the power of allied cards on affected tiles by 2 while the card... Okay, so that's what the little red thing is. I need a 3. Pop that there. Okay. Now I'm going to place the magic pot. Bam. Puts me way ahead on the top line. I think I lost. I think. Okay, once the game is over, each player's score is tabulated. Only the player with the higher power in a lane has their power. Oh, in other words, no matter how highly your power is, one lane may be. Okay. No, I won because I had 13 on the top. He only has 12 total. Meaning I barely eked out a win over the tutorial. That was really fun. It's a cute little game. Oh, thanks, Gwent. Dudes, I am so glad that Gwent was a thing, that CDPR put that in The Witcher 3, because now I feel like more and more games are trying to put in cute little mini games or whatever in their games like that, so you can essentially play Gwent in other games. I fucking love it.
I must apologize for not introducing myself to you earlier. I'm Broden, the owner of this inn. Your companions have all stepped out. Oh, but Barrett left a message he wanted me to pass along to you. You missed roll call, soldier boy. Luckily, you're on leave for the day. Don't waste it, though. Get your equipment checked ASAP. Sound advice?
Okay, just your party's gear, the material and gear equipment. Okay.
The arms dealer is in order?
Good idea.
By the way, Cloud, do you have any folios on you?
Yeah.
In that case, you might also want to pay a visit to Magnata Books. They have stores all over, but the first official one was built here in Calm. And their resident scholars are remarkably talented. If you want to unlock the true potential of your folios, you should go see them. The first customization is always free.
Okay.
Finally. Rough day yesterday, huh?
You've been waiting for me?
I've been waiting for a chance to thank you properly. Without your help, I'd still...
Okay, you see his materia on his collar.
Was nothing.
Even so, I owe you a debt until it's paid. I'm going to accompany you.
Now, give him a pet for being a good boy. The party level looked oddly like Final Fantasy 15.
Equipment checked. Have them check mine while you're at it.
Sure thing.
Who's a good doggy? Or is he a lion? Is he a big cat? I can't tell, actually. Overcoming challenges, helping people in need, and exploring the world will deepen your party bonds. Okay, by increasing party level, the higher level, more skills and abilities will be... Oh, nifty. So I'm already thinking that maybe we're gonna start the game is gonna get a little more be a little bit more open than we had in the first game, and that makes me very happy. I'm still with just a neurotic feeling. I'm gonna try and make sure I see everything I can in every location before I move on to the next, for fear that I won't be able to go back. But the way they mentioned playing Queen's Blood with people, how, you know, you beat some people and then other people in other places in the world will open up, that would lead me to believe we can backtrack.
Play Queen's Blood, do you? I was hoping that... Oh, what am I thinking? You look like you'd murder me! Oh, God, this is too much! I think I'm gonna throw up. Don't give me that look. It's perfectly healthy for adults to cry too, you know.
No, it's not. Man up.
Cry baby dead. Because the more tears I shed, the better I get in Queen's Blood. Please play around with me.
Okay. So it's sounding like Rebirth is an open world. Okay. It says it's open world, so that leads me to believe I can backtrack and everything. Though I did see a review that said they think that the backtracking and all that actually kind of hurts the game. Oh, shit.
I get it.
But I don't know. I like the... I like the ability to go out and explore the world and everything. But I don't know. Maybe that's just me. I don't like so. Okay, so essentially you can mulligan at the start of the turn. God damn it, this music's cool. Going hard for that spot. Keep up there. What I got so far. Okay, I know why I can't put my grassland wolves there. Let's go. God damn it, this jazz is so good. I think I've got this one in the bag. Because this means I can take top row. I've got 12 points. You can't make any plays. Bam. I win all 3 rows. Crystalline crab.
Oh, God! I lost. But, I feel a lot better after having a good cry. There's nothing like a game of Queen's Blood to relieve some stress. Speaking of, you look like you've got a lot weighing you down, too. It's
oh, that voice.
Trust me, crying does wonders. You really
yeah, but I'm not a bitch. So...
Actors are terrible for nearby farmlands.
Aha, finally decided to get up?
Stop judging me.
So what you been doing?
Why, waiting for you, of course.
You have?
Got business with the bookstore? If so, I won't keep you. But if you're free afterwards, wanna climb the clock tower together?
Sure. Let's.
For real? Awesome!
Whoa, is there a relationship mechanic?
I'll go get the tickets. I'll meet you in front of the tower, okay?
Cloud's actions affect his relationship with his allies, and the strength of these bonds can alter portions of the story. Oh. Well, isn't that interesting?
Completely sold out? Lame.
Hey there! Welcome to Magnata Books. Oh, I take it this is your first visit to one of our stores.
Well, customization can seem tricky to the uninitiated. It takes time and experience to get it right. But I think you'll pick it up quick enough. Let's give it a try.
Okay, spend skill points at Magnata Books locations and automats to augment your party's folios, thus unlocking powers latent in your allies. Okay, unlocking skill cores in a character's folio increases their stats or teaches them new ability. Okay. Oh, this reminds me so much of something like Final Fantasy X. Not the same, but similar. Or at least visually. The orange skill cores are unlocked by spending SP. For now, the one on the upper left, which is Synergy Ability Firework Blade. Cool. So unlock skill cores, adjacent cores become available. In turn, you are free to choose to unlock, adapting to your style of play. Okay. Character will earn SP when they level up or when they acquire manuscripts, such as the Art of Swordplay. Unlock skill cores can be reset.
And that's about all we can do for now. But we haven't even skimmed the surface, believe you me. There's much more to this than meets the eye. It may not seem like it yet, but you'll see.
Okay, this is something that I was really missing out of the first game. It feels so much more RPG-y, if I can use that as a thing to call it. Well, yeah, that was a big thing I had in the first game. It was a really good action game, but I really kind of wanted some more kind of RPG. More of an RPG kind of feel. I think I'm gonna take as the synergy skill over the synergy ability, because Bodyguard looks really good.
Thanks for stopping
get
by.
everything spent. I like this better than the weapon leveling from the FF7 remake. The FF7 remake wasn't bad, but I think this is a little better of a system. Oh my god, this already feels so much more open than the remake. Potions, Phoenix Downs, that. I can buy materials. I can buy booster packs. There you go, I bought a booster pack. Let it be known that I
Hope to see you again soon.
love TCGs. Okay. Do you have to... Okay, so you clear the fog in the map by moving around in it. That makes sense. Ooh, and it also shows you what level they suggest for different quests. That's neat. Oh, and you can swim.
What a glorious wall.
You know, I thought Calm was some hick town in the middle of nowhere.
Hey, I think I knocked your wall over.
Excuse me. That was my barricade you just destroyed. Oh, come to admire the Bailey? It is something. Or maybe you're here to get your ass handed to you in a QB match. I'm Zahira. A pleasure. Just like Calm's wall, I yield to no one.
refusing to give a single inch to my opponents.
We're not going to find one normal person playing this game, aren't we?
Because you will wind up with more than just a few bruises.
Okay, here's what we'll do. We'll play her, then we'll hit up the weapon shop, and then we will continue on with the game in the next one. So that is my plan. You now own a card that can lower the power or enfeeble others. Ooh, that's cool. Okay. So if we win, we get the Screamer. And I can make other decks. Nifty. Okay, so first things first. Do I want to keep the squirrel? I think the squirrel might be a little much. I don't think I want that rank 3. It's got a good ability. Getting it onto the field, I think, would be a bit difficult. You know what? No, I'm going to keep it. Let's see if we can pull this off. Yeah, I think the squirrel, for what it is, isn't useful enough. And I don't like the queen bee for what it gives us. At least at this moment. I'm gonna take... two of those. And a flan. Well... I think that... No? Well, do I want one less? Oh, man, this is tough. I'll give this deck a shot. And we'll see how I like it moving on. I'm already loving this. Whoa, give me the jazz. Come on, play the jazz. Okay, I'm gonna dump that one. And I think the rest of the hand's good. There it is. That up in the top row. See what we get. Trying to take space. Interesting choice. That was a high power card, but doesn't really give you a lot of an advantage. No, I want this one here. Yeah, I didn't want to drop this one in this spot. But right now, that's where I'll put it. Alright, that's pretty good. Drop the sweeper there. power. Okay, I've pretty much lost the bottom row, but I've won the other two for my win with a 17/7. Wasn't able to grab the shutout, but pretty good win. Holy crap, that is not a bad card, although you'd have to wait till the late game to play it.
Break through my perfect defense. Who are you?
Well, your defense kind of sucked.
I knew I couldn't stay holed up in here forever.
I like how all her boxes are now stacked neatly behind her.
Right. Starting today, you will be my new wall, as it were. And I am going to enjoy watching you crumble.
Okay. Does she scare anyone else? Dude, I love the technology in Final Fantasy VII. Yeah, how it feels both. It feels both futuristic, but not all at the same time.
Of course, this is only the most recent in a series of crises. Multiple reactor...
Look who it is. You up already?
Drinking already?
Ha, no sir. Not gonna have a drop till 7th Heaven's back up and running.
First one's on me, okay?
Now that's what I'm talking about. Gotta remember to order some top shelf stuff in that case.
Where is Marlene? So I just kind of realized, like, what happened to...
Of course.
What happened to his daughter?
Recent in a series of crises. Multiple reactor bombings, followed by the fall of the Sector 7 plate, culminating in this unprecedented destruction, caused by a massive tornado which swept through Sectors 0, 1, and 2. After a briefing with Shinra investigators, Mayor Domino released a statement declaring the tornado...
Okay. I'm pretty sure she's... I just don't remember what happened to her. Because I know, the plate fell. She got hurt, but she didn't die. Oh, look, it's a little cactus guy. Thanks, Capcom. What's a Tifa around here? There you are.
Morning.
Morning.
Everyone's kind of off doing their own thing.
I noticed.
Say, this tank remind you of anything?
Looks kind of like the water tower in Nibelheim.
Right? Weird to think how much it meant to me back then, when I was still there.
This tranquility is what makes calm.
It took me long enough, but
what was I about to say? I was joking about... I don't know, I feel like I went in about 3 different places at once there. I think I said something about the technology in Final Fantasy VII, how it seems like futuristic, but not at the same time. Then I was talking about Marlene. Right, yeah, the plate fell. I think she got hurt. Huh. Well, I'll get to it when I get to it in my recap series. Maybe that'll help me remember.
Damn. That is quite the weapon you got there, mister. Seen plenty of action by the look of it. But saying that, it's still only a shadow of what it could be. With a little love, that baby'll sing. If you like, I could show you.
Okay, adjust your weapon skills via upgrade weapons in the main menu. Raising your character's weapon levels will unlock more of these skills. Might reset this level, okay. Okay, so is this the same as the first game? Here you can see your party's current equipment, their weapon levels, and the amount of skill points. So those are independent from the folios. Select Cloud's Buster Sword. This node, you can equip skills that are displayed here. Oh, cool. As you increase your weapon level, mean more skills unlock more nodes, which set them. In addition, weapon upgrades. Also tweak your skill loadout by selecting character and set the materia. Okay. This is different. This is different from the original. And I kind of like it.
See? What'd I tell you? That girl is singing, and she's got the voice of an angel. Just make sure you take proper care of her, all right? Oh, and while you're here, check out what we got to offer.
New weapons can be found in treasure chests during your travels. Should you miss one, local arms dealer will have it available in purchase, meaning these merchants, yada yada yada. The Sleek Saber. Okay. Interesting. I don't really have the gil right now to spend on new weapons and stuff, though. Distinct ability, which can be used when the weapon is equipped, using the ability repeatedly, or meeting its proficiency bonus conditions will increase your proficiency. Max out this proficiency to use said ability, even when you do not have the corresponding weapon equipped. I did like that. I did like the way of a new weapon meant a new skill. And then for your buffs and everything, then you could go back to a weapon that, you know, that had better stats or the stats that you specifically wanted. Okay. So it's kind of like what they did in the first game, but not exactly. I think, if anything, I like this one a little better. Okay. And I can make it harder to be interrupted while overcharged or increases max health. I can make it more of a tank. But I think I want to be harder to interrupt. With her leather gloves, increased duration of unbridled strength. I am going to take utterly unbridled strength because I rather do more damage with her when she's using it rather than have it last longer. Ooh, both of these are good, but I think for now we'll take wind damage up. But not so fleeting familiar is pretty cool. I don't know his stuff, but restoring HP isn't bad. Oh, cool. He can hit people with poison. And we don't have any extra materia. Okay, didn't think we did, but... Oh, does he have a he has a summon. Oh, okay. He is Ifrit. That makes sense. I was like, is it going to be Cerberus? Okie dokie. And we have a date with Aerith. She's so cute. I know I always say that, but I think she's absolutely adorable. But my friends, I think that is going to about do it for us in this one. All right, I really hope this kind of gets this nice little kind of a slower pace to the original game. I say to the original, I mean to Final Fantasy VII Remake. Just that one, I've said it, man, it felt so on rails to me, and this one already feels like it's breathing a lot more. It's not being afraid to stay in one space and just be here to have fun in.
What are you doing here anyway? Standing watch. One can never be too careful with Shinra.
Good boy.
Someone has to be. Next time, it might even be you.
I love him. Okay, so I can't leave at this moment. But yeah, I'm really looking forward to this. I'm kind of hoping, because I know at one point we get we get a kind of like a hover car. I'm hoping moving around in it, they take a page into the Final Fantasy 15 book and let us travel around like in the regalia. Which, another game that I'm pretty sure people would say, that open world was kind of shitty. I don't care. I absolutely loved traveling around in the regalia. I want to play that Queen's Blood match, but at the same time, I'm already over the hour mark. I need to close out. Thank you for watching, guys. Social media in the description. Like, comment, subscribe, all that good stuff. And I will see you all in the next one. But until then, I'm out.